Welcome back, everyone, to the Global Diamond Broker, the Hard Truth Diamond Podcast, episode 131. What's rockin' in 2025?
Are you happy now? You get to do the
intros.
Am I going to hear about it anymore? Because now you don't get to talk apparently the whole time. You don't talk enough. I don't get a big enough chance. I'm doing the intro. We've been kind of giddy here this morning.
We have.
And it's been kind of fun, actually.
I'm loving the new vibes for 2025.
Right? Like, we're seeing examples right now of the election of Donald Trump in the U.S. because apparently, according to, we go, our social media, which really you're the head of, goes out there and looks at things like trending videos and things I don't really understand. And the latest one says, it's and now we're going to have to bleep that out for us because we don't say boop you here, but it's free speech again.
Yeah,
and there was a time when these would never go, weeks ago, where these things would never go viral, and apparently this trending
it's going viral like crazy.
And so good to hear free speech is back.
Yes.
Okay, like
should have never left,
you'd be shut down before the government would stop you from, basic to democracy is free speech. And it's been crazy here, all this. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that today because I have a lot of things I want to say about what's rocking in 2025, and I'm going to be a lot more at ease after watching that video. Right? Like, seriously, you guys, this is, you're not going to be shadow banned anymore. In fact, President Trump has already talked about the fact that they're not going to be able to shadow ban people for their opinions.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the, in a democracy, this is the very basis of democracy. And we're already seeing it back. These companies are going, we're good to go again. And so that's exciting news for us. Now, what the want to talk about?
Whoa. He's on a roll today.
Just you got to bleep those out, though.
I will. I always
because she also does the editing.
Yes.
And the entertaining. Most of the entertaining around here you actually do off camera.
We have a blast here.
So look, let's get started here because I had my choice of trending videos today, and one of them was to blast the so-called diamond experts. And I'm going to say this. Hear me. There is no financial investment value in a white mined diamond. You can take Argyle pinks or some rare blues and browns and anything else as long as there's provenance. But there's no financial, there never has been. It is an industry myth and misrepresentation that has been pushed on an unsuspecting public and an unsuspecting industry because most jewelers have no idea what they're doing.
Yes.
They buy these things for one price and mark them up however much they want and tell the value whatever they want. And I'm not being facetious here. This is how this works.
Yeah, straight facts.
Right?
Yeah.
And so guys, it's been it's a lie. And now we're seeing the lie exposed. And the other video was about the fact that what I would say to these people, and I'm just going to say it, you're a bunch of big fat liars.
Keep going. The Oscar goes too.
So if some jeweler tries to convince you, I have to get on a call today with one of our clients from New York who's looking at a mined diamond, and it's an expensive mined diamond. And I have to tell her that the prudent decision is to wait right now because prices are tumbling, they're dropping, and they're going to drop a lot more. And I make these predictions. I've come onto social media here 4 years ago was when maybe 3.5, did my first TikTok, which was very well received, and now we're on Instagram. Our numbers grow. We don't promote. We don't spend money on it. The biggest investment we've ever done on Instagram is to get our little badge.
Yeah, verification badge. That's
verification badge.
So people know we are a real entity,
a trustworthy company.
Exactly.
And and so I said the whole time, and I'm going to say it again, if I provide misinformation, bet me, all you industry experts, not one of you, and I mean, I've worked at some very high levels, the highest in the diamond industry globally.
Yes.
I've created businesses. I've opened national retail chains. Not once have I been legitimately questioned on any of my content. When I first came on, I used to talk about this. No one bothers with me anymore because they know what I said was true.
They know.
It's true. Look, this is not a financial investment, whether it comes out of a mine, out of a lab. There are those rare Argyle pinks, those rare stones that become investment value. But yeah, it's not. And so please don't fall prey. Okay? Laboratory grown diamonds. I came out and talked about that. And I grew up in this industry. I had 43 years to become an overnight sensation, which I think is so cute when I say that, by the way. That's taken me 43 years.
Wow. I was going to bring the old ancient history book joke when you say that.
What's the old ancient history?
Because every time you say, I've been in the industry for the past 43 years, I always say, yeah, you're like an ancient history book. And then we have the images of the book closing. It's like this big, thick book.
That's
but also,
morbid.
No, it's not.
That's so morbid.
That was in the last few podcasts.
What is wrong with...
But I was going to say, he's got a lot of good stories that we should have a dedicated podcast episode to Colin's incredible stories. You have so many incredible stories that some of the audience don't know, your background, the things you've had
Guns
to go through.
to the back of my head, traveling all over the world, robberies, like all that.
Yeah. 2025, we should come with a new entertainment approach.
There is the Diamond Chronicles, which are articles I started to write about the experiences that I've had.
Yeah. We should take them out of that old ancient history book and bring them here to life.
Yeah. Maybe this is a good place for it.
Yes.
But yeah, I've had guns to the back of my head and robbed. You know what? Let's do an episode on that. We can do
I know that our audience will appreciate this.
You know what my favorite subject is?
About you.
Yes, it's me, oddly enough, because I'm an egomaniac with an inferiority complex.
Yes, you are.
But let's stick to the business at hand. What's going to happen in 2025? Look, the holiday just ended on the worst year in the industry for the global mine diamond industry ever. Yeah. And guys, it's only going to get worse. Now, I make these predictions. They did not see what they were hoping to see with a bounce. Their smoke and mirrors and bullshit did not compel people to buy diamonds that come out of a mine. And so sorry guys, you're getting a phone call. Do you want me just to there?
Okay.
Why do I have your phone?
You're
again?
my personal assistant.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. For someone who never gets to talk, you're sure talking a lot today. Huh?
No, I'm not. I'm just going off of what you're saying.
Really?
So they didn't get to see what they wanted to see for the holiday season.
No.
Yes.
And so, guys, you're going to see again, and I said this when this whole thing started with lab-grown diamonds. You can go back to our early Instagram posts. Lab-grown diamonds are going to decimate the mine diamond industry. And guess what's happened? And by the way, for that part of the industry, like the retailers, it's been a boom because they can make real profits again. We post our weekly or almost weekly. We've been kind of busy over
We're on the trending train.
Right.
Right now, guys.
But our price comparisons, I mean, we're legit about all this stuff,
Yeah.
where we're a quarter of the price of the big retailers.
Yes.
They're selling diamonds. They're making profits again. They didn't make this with the mine diamond industry. There's so much pressure on the industry now.
Yeah.
I hate to see it. I grew up in the industry, but the problem I've always had with my own industry is transparency.
Yeah,
Why isn't there price transparency for a consumer? Why isn't there transparency in diamonds? You know, I talk about the 4 C's of diamonds.
Yes.
And just the color scale. That 4 C's was never made for the consumer. It was made to sell the crappy diamonds that De Beers couldn't sell any other way.
Wow.
And it was made like a G-colored diamond
Yeah.
is a good diamond. No, it's not. It's a dark diamond.
Right.
D is transparent. No rocket science here. Light passes through the stone, bright, white, beautiful. I mean, so many of my experiences in the industry, I feel like I'm fighting an uphill battle, but frankly, I'm just getting started.
Yeah,
If you're getting a G or a H or an I or a J, it's gross. It's horrible. It's indecent. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Okay? And it was developed in 1939 to help them sell shitty diamonds. And I can tell you what's going on in the world today.
Yes.
Those diamonds are going to be the first ones out of here.
That's
Because
correct.
all the ones coming out of the labs are colorless, they're white, they're bright, and they're beautiful. And that is the new playing ground for diamonds. So I think there will be a retention of certain categories. I think that the luxury consumer will certainly look at truly luxurious and rare white diamonds.
Yes, definitely.
That are GIA certified. Remember, IGI is a lie. It's a lie. It's no good to you. Sotheby's, Christie's, all of them, they wouldn't touch IGI with a, what would you say?
Like a 4-foot
retail
pole.
manufactured ring. Is that wrong? A bubble? Okay, we can, you know what? We can, oh my God.
We'll cut that.
Look, between you and Marin, I may have a nervous breakdown.
Oh my
Okay,
God. That's
like
what you
the
get
two
for
of you
working
are-
with two beautiful women.
Listen,
in
the fact
this
that you're
office.
physically attractive is
you.
wonderful. It's just when you start.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Just like you.
like
You're
just the
wonderful
stuff-
too until that mouth opens. So I guess we both have the same similar problems.
So anyway, let's talk seriously. You're
Yes.
getting an engagement ring. Would you let us give you a quote?
Yes,
Like
definitely.
I'm so excited
Oh, we
because
see it.
everything I said is true.
Yes,
and now
that's
I'm
correct.
starting to see it because you guys know this. If you've listened to our podcast, I'm a student of the business.
He is.
I don't, you know what? I came back from retirement to be here to do this, to provide facts to people.
you
These are the
guys.
facts, right?
Yeah.
The only return on a diamond today is beauty.
beauty.
It's the only return. There's no financial return, but as an emotional return for a young couple, that's what it is. That's
I
the
love
only
it.
return.
Yeah.
If she, for the rest of your lives together, can stick her pretty little finger out when she compares, that won't get it done.
No, not this one, but just a
Yeah,
reference.
okay.
It's a reference, figure of speech. If she can stick her pretty little finger out,
And have the brightest, whitest diamond in the room,
Yes.
then the guy's the big stud diamond buyer.
that is correct.
He knows things that other guys don't know, according to the girlfriend.
Or the wife,
The-
fiance.
no, the other girlfriends.
Oh, the girlfriends,
The girlfriend's
yes.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
He loves her more.
Yeah.
Right? The first time she compares and someone has a whiter, brighter, more beautiful diamond, she loves you. It's her engagement ring. You'll just never see it again. The only return is beauty. The only return is beauty. The paradigm is not buying. The paradigm is owning.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. I've learned so much from you ever since working with you that I love it. And every single day when we do our podcast, I'm always consistently learning. I wanted to say growing and learning at the same time. So I was going to
Glowing.
come up.
learning.
Yes. So thank you so much, Mr.
you're
Colin,
welcome
for
that.
all the education that's
You're welcome
needed in
for
this
I sort
little
of
brain of
educated
mine.
you on a few things about beauty this morning, didn't I?
Yes, I love it.
Really? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Relationship. Okay. Okay.
So what's rocking in 2025? We're just at the new...
We're going to see more laboratory
Of
grown.
course, more lab-grown diamonds are going to take the market by storm. As we mentioned in last week's podcast, the lab diamond versus the mined diamond. They're always at battle, but we already see who's winning.
Yeah, by a lot.
Yes.
By more than I would have anticipated. And I made some pretty bold predictions.
Yes. We
Right?
should put you in... what is it, a genie costume or something like that? Fortune teller.
I think I'm okay. I
Because
think I'm okay.
you're over
With
here
a
telling the
crystal
future.
ball.
Yes.
Maybe a big diamond that looks like a crystal ball.
He will be here to tell you all the predictions
So
of the new
I
year.
have been right about all my predictions
have.
for a long time in the industry.
Yeah.
This one I'm right about again. I mean,
Yes.
guys, you got to remember the show I talk about all the time, nothing lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, look, these diamonds were for decades in the diamond pipeline. And when I say these diamonds, I'm talking about laboratory created diamonds. And the top experts in the world couldn't tell the difference. And now De Beers' latest thing, and if you don't know who De Beers is, Google it so you understand. But they're the be-all, end-all, the powerful, servant of the diamond industry that really perpetuated its brand all across the world, who is losing power by the minute as the value of the company de-escalates and is struggling. And they're struggling right now with a few things. $2 billion in surplus of diamonds where they have nowhere to sell. The last time they had this was in 2008.
Yeah.
But in 2008, guys, there were no lab-grown diamonds. There was still a market for a mined diamond.
Yeah.
Today, that's not the case anymore.
Wow.
It's just not the case anymore. It's exciting and tragic as far as I'm concerned, all at the same time. But let's get to the truth. Let's not pretend anymore with the buying public.
Right.
Let's not push the story that it's a financial investment.
Yeah.
There's no return. No one anywhere. The only company that really was WP Diamonds, White Pines, used to buy people's diamonds. And then when the prices started dropping so much, they couldn't stay in business. They went into bankruptcy.
Yeah, you were talking about them earlier.
Right? So anyway, 2025, you were going to do something on designs, weren't you?
We did some trending designs and trending jewelry pieces last week on the podcast.
So
remember?
how does a trend, like who decides what a trend is?
Well,
Because I can tell you what the trend is going to be this year in the diamond industry.
okay.
Whether
Let's hear
it's
it straight from
necklace,
you.
it's going to be bigger,
yeah.
more beautiful, finer quality,
Yes.
at prices they've never seen before. And I'll tell
Definitely.
you what, like whatever the jewelry is, I mean, the most popular pieces in the world are simple engagement rings.
Right.
The most popular, and when I say simple, I'm going to use a stronger word than that, traditional.
Traditional,
Okay,
yes.
because these crazy ones, I mean, as long as you have a center stone and design around the traditional engagement ring. We posted one last week. That's what do they call it when you have two diamonds in the engagement ring? The me and her. Moi, toi. Oh, that's so beautiful. Not really.
But it is a beautiful
But
stone.
it's traditional
Yeah.
in terms of its approach. Those kind of engagement rings are going to be more popular than ever with bigger
definitely.
diamonds and more diamonds in the shoulders.
Yeah.
Diamond stud earrings more popular than ever.
I'm a diamond
Girls
stud.
can put them on, and take them off, and never take them off. The
Yeah.
diamond pendant, the diamond bracelet,
Yes.
simple, elegant, timeless.
Yes.
Because they're always the most popular. And then these trends come out, and I've been doing this for 43 years. There's no trend I've ever seen that's lasted over and above traditional, strong values. And that's the jewelry that we represent,
Yes,
is this
definitely.
traditional, strong value jewelry that you're not going to look at and get tired of,
Yes.
and that you have the most beautiful diamonds in the world.
Yeah.
That's the trend. It's always been the trend
Trending.
for the smart diamond consumer. That's it. The smart, the informed. Think about this. The most informed diamond buyers in the world, people like me, will go to Sotheby's and Christie's to acquire these big rare diamonds. There's no E color, F color, G gross. There's none. It's all D color because they're purely transparent. They're the most beautiful in the room. Mouth.
Definitely.
Anyway, so that's the reality of the industry. It's always been the same. The only thing that changed is how you choose your diamond. You know, and I'm going to go back to this and because I'm not going to get over this because I'm going on to LinkedIn soon. I've never been on LinkedIn, and I've been studying it to be able to wade in with my non-conciliatory, don't bullshit me attitude about owning a diamond. And I see them out there still spewing the same, you know, I was going to say woke, radical, leftist lies.
Yeah.
Because that's all these things, you know, a lot of this stuff is just lies. They know it's not true, but for the sake of a buck, they're going to sell it to you anyway and tell you the story. But I've been waiting to go on there, and so I've been watching what people post.
Right.
And the misinformation is unbelievable. And now they're being humbled by the fact that we live in an information age. So all these industry lies and deceptions and myths and misrepresentations are being busted.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Right? Like
Finally.
they're being busted. Right? And, you know.
Well, that's what we need.
The old guys, the old guard, the old guys in the industry don't want it to change, of course.
Of course, but
it's changed.
Yeah. New revelation.
You know, and you know, I said this a few weeks ago. Look, if my kid was getting engaged, I would never recommend a mine diamond, only because you'll probably be buying it today at the worst time in history, given the fact that they're going to tumble. What's De Beers going to do? What are they going to do? They're sitting on $2 billion, according to Forbes. What are they going to do with those? Right?
Well,
you know what they're going to do? They're going to dump them into the marketplace to get cash.
Yep.
And, you know, the industry's going to become fragmented, the mine diamond industry, because they don't need them anymore unless they're big or they're rare.
And that's practically it.
That's
what's rocking in 2025.
That's, I think, what's rocking in 2025. You're going to see a lot more of the same.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot more laboratory created. You're going to see a lot more laboratory created designs.
Yes.
I mean, the ethical, environmental aspect of it notwithstanding, the economics of it are too compelling.
Yeah, they are.
For the jeweler, because they make profits, and for the consumer, because they can have a 3 carat where they'd get a 1/2 carat, you know. So, and remember the jokes? Size counts. It's not SIGHS. It's good old SIZE. When it comes to diamonds, it always has. And now, you know, women who want to can have a beautiful diamond at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Anyway, and this is going to expand the industry. It's going to expand diamonds right across the board. And I believe it will have, at some point, an uplifting, you know, we were talking about this morning. Maren brought it up about at some point, you know, we were talking about AI, how the value of people will have value again.
Yes, definitely.
But it's the same, you know, some mine diamonds may have some value. But they're only going to be the ones that can stand up in a laboratory diamond environment.
Yeah, only some.
And compete. And the competition is side by side, all about beauty now.
Yeah.
The only return is beauty. I've been saying it for 43 years. I have some quotes on our Instagram. Anyway, you guys, do you want to blah, blah, blah about anything?
No,
I understand you want to talk more.
No, you took my trending.
I can't believe you even have the ability to talk more. I mean, the amount of talking you do when we're not on the podcast. You did ruin a relationship for me this week.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Should we clear the air then, guys?
Right? About my
We are just podcast hosts.
Huh?
We're podcast co-hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less,
Yeah.
and that's practically
There's nothing between us. I can do a lot better.
So can I.
Okay? Apparently not.
You're the one
after
that
what
copied
I
my
saw
shirt.
today, after what I saw today, apparently you can't do better. Okay. Anyway. Right? It's okay. I've got her back. We got some work to do.
Oh my God.
Right? I can do a lot better. Way better.
Yeah.
Not really. Anyway, love you. Grateful to have you here as we start year 2 together.
Wow.
2025.
Time's going by quick.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And but I find you talk too much.
Anyways, well, not on the podcast. You know who talks so much? You do. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to come back to your ancient history book of stories. And we're going to entertain our audiences throughout the whole year of 2025.
In fact, next week, let's do Guns to the Back of My Head. The robberies.
Wow. That's
Right?
going to be a good one. Stay tuned for that
Diamond
one.
Chronicles issues.
Yes.
Right?
Let's go,
See,
guys.
I already have okay. Anyway, you guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We're excited to be here. And it's going to be an exciting year
Yes.
for consumers because of transparency, because of the truth coming out.
Transparency is key.
We'll talk soon.
Yes.
See you next week.